look who I have here. And you know this is a person that I can never get to come on camera. And this is because she never wants to be in front of the camera, but she is my Gen Z, and I wanted to hear her thoughts on certain things. Y'all would have y'all would have seen my millennial daughter and her thoughts on stuff, but her outlook on life and on different things, on different aspects, would be completely different. But for those of you that have been following me on this channel would know my name is Annie, this is Tati, and this channel does not deal with certain aspects at all, but I wanted to chime in on what is happening in the world today, because are y'all paying attention yet? I hope that y'all are paying attention, because we need to really pay attention, and as believers as well, we need to ask for the spirit of discernment so that we can really discern, because sometimes with everything that is happening, you get so confused with all the different information that is coming towards you, the different, to me, I don't know how it sounds like to y'all, but to me it sounds like noise. It's a lot of noise. So I wanted to just chime in with my daughters today to find out her thoughts and her output on things, and then I am going to share my perspective on how I look at it and how you can survive this system and what is going on right now.
And not just survive, but live. Because nobody wants to survive.
Live.
Their whole
right? Life. Definitely live in how this system is going on. And y'all know, as I said, my channel is very deep. It's a completely different channel, and I also wanted it as a melting pot channel somewhat, so you would see I would have different things going on there. But today I wanted to chime in because a baby boomer like me would look at things differently, and my daughter, Gen Z, is going to look at things from a different perspective. But first of all, I know that it can become very fearful, and this is not the time to fear, because fear cripples us, and this is not the time at all to be in fear, because then you will get stuck. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere, and all that. So I am going to let her, because she's just sitting here, and I'm going to let her chime in, and I'm going to ask her this one question before we start. Are you afraid of what is happening right now and what is going on right now?
No, I don't have to be afraid, because we grew up with being afraid. What's the point in being afraid anymore?
Yeah, but you gotta speak up, because people want.
Oh, I said no, because you don't have to be afraid. Because what's the point in being afraid? Fear just cripples people, and it just doesn't make you move forward. You're not gonna get any opportunities being afraid, so it makes no sense being scared. The only thing you can do is try to make a change, whether it's by changing your perspective or changing the things around you in life, like actually going out and taking action and making a change, if that's what's going to make your life more comfortable. But you shouldn't be afraid, because it's not going to fix anything. You're just going to stay there and be afraid.
And one question I wanted to ask too is, there's a lot of the whole talk going on around the whole abortion thing, And my question to you is, what is your outlook on that? What do you think should happen? You think that people should be able to do what they want to do with their body, or let's look at it from a different perspective. I know a lot of the believers are looking at it from a perspective that abortion is wrong.
I'm gonna look at it at my perspective. I don't care what other people think.
I know you're gonna look at it from your perspective, but look up at the camera while you rate it.
Oh no, I'm saying I don't care about what other people think. Like, yes, I'm a believer, but that's my walk, and nobody can tell me, how to live my life or how to, serve Yah or serve God. So that's my walk. That's my relationship with Him. So, me personally, I don't think nobody should tell you what to do with your body. I'm definitely pro-choice because it is ridiculous what they're trying to do.
Yeah, what about like the situations where it is a mother's life, or a situation where a woman has been raped, viciously raped, and she does not want to keep the child? What would you say to people out there that are thinking this way?
That they don't want to keep the child, or the people that telling them that they should keep the child?
Yeah, the people that telling them that, okay, it does not matter how the situation is or what happened, but if you go get an abortion, you're going to be locked up, or, I'm just exaggerating.
Or are you going to be killing an innocent baby?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Right. So I understand what they're saying. I understand they're saying it's a life and all of that. But I still think that is a very thin line, because this whole scenario has happened in my life, and my choice was to keep the baby, but the
that
people
was
out
still
there,
your choice.
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. But there are people out there that would not want to, because at the end of the day, what I always say is that genes play a very important part, and when you have a child, it doesn't matter what parent the child raised with. At the end of the day, the child has his genes that play an important part, and the child has his own mind. So what's your outlook on that?
In regards to rape, it depends on what the mother wants. Like I said, I'm pro-choice, but at the same time, the government should not be able to tell you what to do with your body, because I know they're trying to implement, getting rid of birth control, getting rid of Plan Bs, saying that abortion is basically killing a human life or a child or whatever, killing a baby. I don't want to say the word, but I think it's all crap, to be honest. I think it's crap. Why I think it's crap is because at the end of the day, a person should have to be able to choose what they want to do with their body. And especially if somebody was raped. Me personally, if I was raped, I'm not keeping the child. I'm getting an abortion. But if I don't get to choose if I was getting an abortion, and not even just that, what if there's little children who get their period like around 10 or 9 or something, and they get pregnant? You expect a child to carry a baby to term, and then you're gonna choose, because I know they're trying to implement that too, that if they have to make the choice, whether it's the mother's life or the child's life, they're gonna choose the child. But at the end of the day, that person is already somebody who's here. That person, that mother, is already somebody who's here, is already somebody who lives a life, is already somebody who has a family, is already somebody who is somebody else's daughter as well too. So you're gonna take away that person's life that's already established, that's here already, to give birth to a child, to go into the system because they ain't got no mother and the father is a rapist. Like, let's be honest, the child is going into the system.
And then when they go in, a lot of the times from a lot of situations that I would have heard and different things like that, a lot of times too, when they go in the system, they get abused. And then, that's just like a ripple effect. Because why I say it's a ripple effect? Because then they're grown-ups, they're an adult coming out with a lot of trauma. And when you come out with all of that trauma,
keeps going. It's a butterfly effect.
It keeps going and going and going. Because...
And you would have just take a perfectly good, innocent woman who already had her life established out to the world, a good person, to put somebody else into the system. And I know why they're doing this. They're not doing it because they're trying to save these babies' lives. Because after people who stand outside to the Planned Parenthood or the abortion clinics or whatever, they stand outside saying pro-life or whatever, they have not adopted a child. You could go ask them. Go and ask them. They have not even adopted a child, but they pro-life, this and that. They haven't even adopted a child. Why? They already have children of their own. So if you already have children of their own and you're so pro-life, why you don't go out there and get adopted? And they would tell you, oh, I can't afford one. We just can't have one right now. Well, then me too. So why are you so pro-life? Me too.
Yeah. Well, I can see that she's really excited about this topic. She's really...
I'm mad.
About this topic. So, but if you wanted us to bring like some more topics to you and stuff like that, we can do that. Just give us a topic that you want us to talk about and bring towards you, and we will definitely do that, because it will be in the form of one of my tea talks. And
your tea is probably cold anyway.
Yeah, my tea always gets cold. And the people that follow me know that my tea always gets cold. One of my subscribers gave me the heated thing, but it didn't really work that well for me. But yeah, basically, I'm drinking iced tea now. It is definitely like iced now. So, all right, let me...
But also in regards to the whole abortion thing as well too, let's just say that a person didn't get raped and is a grown woman or whatever, and she's in a relationship and stuff like that, and you take away birth control, and you take away Plan Bs, you take away all these things that women not just need, not just for our, stop us from getting babies, because that's not all birth control does. I know from experience, birth control is something to keep your hormones in check. If you deal with like an irregular period like I did, that's what I had to be on. I had to be on birth control, not because I didn't want to get pregnant or anything. It was because I need to keep my period in check and to regulate my period. But if we're talking about in regards to just a regular person in a relationship or whatever, and, they get pregnant, a lot of men will be like, oh, well, these pro-life people or whatever, they can be like, oh, she probably should have just kept her legs closed or whatever. If she kept her legs closed, we wouldn't have a problem. She wouldn't have to deal with abortion. So how about you just keep your thing in your pants? And then we can start there. And then don't get mad at women when they do the 4B movement. Don't get mad. Honestly, we don't want to hear it. Don't get mad.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Y'all are hearing it from a Gen Z. So, it just made me laugh, because y'all are hearing it straight from the mouth of a Gen Z. No. The way how a baby boomer would put it, a baby boomer would probably try to be a little bit more tactful and articulate and thing, but she said, no, if you think Why don't you just keep what you have in your pants? Okay, so
That's the best way I can put it. Like, why are you getting mad at us? That's always
But-
they don't want to take accountability for nothing.
but I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go somewhere else too, because what it brought me to was the story in the Bible of Mary Magdalene. Now, all those men came out to stone her because she went with a quote unquote a man, and in those days, you know that it was like unethical to do such things. So, but the thing about it, the man was nowhere around. He wasn't getting stoned, but you were gonna be stoning her,
Right.
and that is when.
Because men never do nothing
So-
wrong, right?
So that's why I said. That's why I was saying. When she caused me to lose my train of thought, but yeah, they were gonna stone her because it has been going on for umpteen years. So this is like nothing new, and women don't get themselves pregnant.
Yeah, we don't do it by ourselves.
Women don't get themselves pregnant. They need two people to do it, and it's always like the man gets off scot-free, and the woman is the one that has to go through all of everything.
Taking care of the child, raising the child, feeding
Everything.
it, changing its diapers, this and that, making sure it going to school to get an education, teaching it morals, make sure they have a good character, manners, everything.
And if they want to, I mean, yes, I'm a believer, but as I said, right is right or wrong is wrong. And as Yahushua said, those who are without sin cast the first stone. So they might be saying, oh, you're not supposed to get an abortion, you can't get an abortion, it is illegal to get an abortion. But then what are you doing? What are you doing that is even more illegal than that? Those who is without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah, and I saw a video on TikTok with a girl. She was talking to this guy. We couldn't see the face of the guy because I guess he didn't want to be on camera. But she was saying, she asked, should abortion be legal? And the man said, absolutely not. And she was like, okay, not in any scenario. And then I have it here written down. That's why I'm looking down. She said, what if they're too poor to raise it? He said, no. She said, what if they're a minor? He said, no. Still murder.
Wow.
And then she said, what if you're married and you got another woman pregnant? Then what? Silence. He didn't say anything. Because men are selfish. That's all they do. All they care about is their own interest. I 100% bet that, oh, I have another thing here. What's his name? Richard Holtorf or whatever. He's a congressman that's trying to run in Colorado. He's pro-life. He is the one who's pushing this bill with saying that you can't get an abortion. Abortion is bad, blah, 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 blah. But he brought up a story talking about how he gave his girlfriend or his wife or whoever, his girlfriend, money to go get an abortion. Because in his words, he thought it was the best choice for her. So he's taking away.
So he thought it was the best choice for her.
Yeah.
So which means, basically, he is thinking for her.
Yeah.
Because he is in her brain, and basically
thing
that's
is,
what
for
men
me,
do.
What is so different? Why is it okay for you to get it for your girlfriend, but you're taking away the choice from millions of other women? Why is it okay for her to get it, but you're taking away our choice? Like, let's really be honest. We gotta use some critical thinking here. Why would the rich people want the abortion procedure to only be you know, just for them. Because I 100% guarantee if they do ban it, the rich people would be able to get that procedure no problem.
Yeah, because they're gonna go to somewhere else that it is not illegal
Mm-hmm.
and do
They would
it.
have full access.
But there are a lot of us. Well, there are a lot of people, other people, that would not be able to do that because they would not be able to afford to do that. First of all, you got to get the cost of it. Secondly, if you got to go to somewhere else,
they don't even need to go to somewhere else. They could pay a doctor to do it. That simple, but the reason is why can't a common woman not be able to get an abortion? That's what I'm trying to get at. We gotta use critical thinking. Why would he not want a common woman to get an abortion? And why would he think it's okay for his girlfriend to do it? Because men are selfish. They only care about their own interests and what they want. And not just that, if common women are able to just pop up babies just like that, you think that Gen Z gonna go down like that? No, we're not. Because I 100% guarantee if that's what you want a baby so bad, 100% guarantee there's gonna be a single father epidemic. There's already a single men loneliness, whatever crap they're talking about now. Single men loneliness epidemic or whatever. They're offing themselves because they're so lonely because women don't want them anymore. Because we're not settling anymore.
Yeah, sorry. Because the things that...
We're not settling for, I'm just a good guy, I'm a good guy, you should give me a chance. That's not good enough. A good guy is not good enough. Sorry. But
they're a good guy till you get to know them.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I really...
That's a red flag, women. If a man come up to you and tell you that, I'm a good guy, you should give me a chance. Red flag, bye. Leave him.
Well, listen... Y'all really get her riled up on this topic. So, I hope that y'all are enjoying this discussion. And as I said, this is strictly for informational purposes only. This is not telling anybody one way or another what to do. This is strictly for informational purposes.
Okay, but when you get with a good guy, don't come and tell me nothing.
Okay, so... she is really riled up now. So that is basically all you have to say on that topic. I think that she explained a lot on that topic, but...
the reason they're doing this is because they want workers. They don't care about their lives. They want workers.
Yeah, we all know that. We know that basically... when you get born into the system, there's a bond on your head, and because you have your birth certificate, and you are basically in the system, so they know, okay, when this child gets a certain age, they're going to be working and going to be getting certain amount of taxes and different things like that. And basically, at the end of the day, you have to remember that all we are is cattle. We are just here as cattle.
Because if you take a look at the
states, a lot of people work till they die.
Yeah, if you take a look at some of these states that they already passed this in, the majority of the race in the state is white people. Is a white state, is what you would consider a white state. Now, I'm not, getting into black or white or whatever. I'm just stating facts. That's what it is. It's been passed in white states. Now, why would they want more white babies? Let's just put it that way. Why would they want more white babies?
There's a question?
Yeah. Critical thinking. You come on. Why would they want more white babies?
Because I think it's because they think that they're being extinct.
They're going extinct. They're being extinct. Yeah, that's literally it. They genuinely believe that now that's what's going on in America. There's so much different cultures, there's so much different people, and there's so much different
interracial.
Right, and everybody is mingling and everybody's starting to get along. They genuinely feel scared because they think that their gene code or their genetic makeup is gonna go extinct, that scares the crap out of them for some reason. Now, why would that
scare them? Infiltrated.
But why would that scare them? What is the root cause of that? Well, why would that scare them? This is a genuine question. If anybody can answer in the comments, please answer. But this is a genuine question.
Yeah, and as Tati says, that's true. We don't only want to have this discussion and then nobody at least comment and say something, because even if you have just three words, just say something, but comment and let us know what you think about what we are discussing, and if you want us to discuss anything else. Because as I said later on in this, because we don't want to drag this out too long, but later on, what I will do too is talk about a little bit of how you can help so that you don't feel so fearful. Because when you go out, when you go outside, sometimes you feel the heaviness and the dark cloud, and you feel the fear that is in the world right now. But what I want to tell y'all, that there's no need to fear, because at the end of the day, Yah is still in control. And if you are one of his chosen ones, just like he protected the people in Egypt, the Israelites in Egypt, he will protect us now. He will protect us now. And I know that we are talking on different topics and stuff like that, but I want to let y'all know that do not be afraid, because he said to us, do not be afraid, because no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and any tongue that rises up against us in judgment we shall condemn. And not only us, but Yah as well. And he will send his angels to take charge over us. They will watch over us daily. So what I wanted to just leave y'all on a more motivational note and all those things, because that's the line that I go, because I could probably be afraid. I could probably feel fearful. I can't talk on the whole abortion thing and all that, because I leave that for the younger generation to talk about it, because that is like, my children are big now, so that is like above me. You get what I'm saying? I could speak about it from my perspective of what happened to me when I was in my 30s. You understand? I could speak of it for that, when I was 30 years old, what happened to me. Because I was raped when I was 30 years old. So, and this is something that people say, no, you can't say this, you can't say that. But I'm talking about my story. My story is my story. My history is my history. And I'm not dwelling on my history. I'm not dwelling on the past or anything like that, because the Heavenly Father allowed me to go through these things.
But when he told us to go talk to people, he didn't just say to people us to cast out demons and heal people, heal the sick, raise the dead, and make sure you spread your word of testimony. So what do you mean?
The exact thing I was just going to say.
Nobody should tell you what to talk about your life or what you went through.
Yes, and And I have a beautiful daughter today, but don't think that when she was growing up, she didn't give me a lot of trouble. I remember, and I'm going to share this short joke with y'all. I remember when she was younger, I was like almost very sorry that I had even kept her, because I remember going to the pastor, and I took her to the pastor and I said, "This child is possessed. She is not normal. She is possessed." And that was how I felt at that time. But I spent years and years and years praying for my daughter, and she has grown into a beautiful, beautiful young lady right now with 2 children. And I'm not sorry that she is there, but when she was younger, I was sorry, because every time I look at her, I remembered what happened.
Because it comes with trauma.
It comes with a lot of trauma.
And then back then, y'all don't have counselors, and some of y'all still, I'm going to say this right now, and I don't care who get mad at me, but some of y'all old people need counseling. Honestly. Like, go and speak to a counselor. Go and speak to a psychiatrist or shrink or something.
Trust me, I did years of counseling.
It makes no sense ignoring it and acting like if it's not real and it's not there, when it is there and we could clearly see it. Like, some of y'all really need help.
Anyway, so I hope that y'all enjoying this discussion. I really want y'all to watch this to the end. Please watch to the end, because you will not be sorry. And share and like and comments and ring the notification bell so that you will know anytime I post a new video. It could be anything. It could be in the kitchen with Annie. It could be dealing with my natural herbs and my teas, and it could be anything. I do hair oils, I do hair products, I do skin products, I do a lot of things. So this is not all that I do, and that's why I wanted my channel to be Sweet Annie's Life, because my life entails with a combination of things, and I didn't want to be stuck in a box. And one other thing I want to say before we click off is, remember that you need to do some spiritual house cleaning. And when I say spiritual house cleaning, I've shared a video on this on my other channel, Sweet Annie's Faith, about spiritual house cleaning and cleaning your home. I am probably going to upload this to both my channels, but clean your home, clean yourself. When I say clean yourself, I mean, cleanse yourself, because all you need is just some simple olive oil, and you pray over it. If you don't know what to pray, there's some prayers that are online. Robert Clancy has a great prayer that is online. You hold that oil, you just become in agreement with it, and you pray over that oil, and you, just like the Israelites had to do, they had to rub the lamb's blood over their homes and stuff like that. Well, the oil goes like the lamb's blood, and you anoint your house and pray through your house, and you cleanse your home of any evils, and no evils can penetrate through your door because they would not be able to cross the door. And always, always remember to be thankful.
It's good to
For-
use your olive oil as a base too for your spiritual oil, for your anointed oil.
Yeah, if you have
The
olive
reason
oil,
why olive oil, that's because there's a lot of behind stories when it comes to olive trees in the Bible, but use the olive oil. Because if you didn't know, when Noah, was it Noah? Yeah, Noah and the ark. When Noah was looking for, put the bird outside or whatever, took the dove and put it outside to make sure that it was dry land, it brought back an olive branch. That was the branch that it brought back. So an olive branch and an olive tree have a lot of backstory. But we could get into that another time.
Yeah.
But if y'all want to see me back, let me know.
Yeah, if you want to see Tatiana back having a discussion with me, just let me know. And let me know if you like this thing, because I mean, this took me, I'm so surprised that I got her on camera.
But I ain't done yet, because we're going to get back to one more thing before we go. Remember what I tell you about these good guys? Men have shown themselves to be who they really are. Y'all need to start believing them. Women, I'm so serious. Like, women need to start to get on their Zoom, get on their game, and actually, thinking for yourselves sometimes, because men have shown us who they are. And I got 2 things written down here, that's why I just want to get this out.
Okay.
And then this one is a quote from Family Guy. So if you know anything about Family Guy, is in my generation. But this one is a quote from Family Guy. Is it
Family Guy, the cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon. It's not a cartoon, it's adult swim. Anyway, it is a cartoon, but it's an adult animation thing.
Okay.
But this is a quote from that show. It says, "Men have always run things." This is the guy talking. "Men have always run things, and to them, they seem to have no problems whatsoever. But don't say anything about the economy, Iraq, or income inequality, racism, genocide, air pollution, slavery, capitalism, women's rights, homelessness, police brutality and misconduct, homophobia, school shootings, Native American genocide, climate change, and the list goes on. Men has always had everything in control, right? And they seem to make sure that everything goes smoothly and women can't do anything. But men have been the rulers of this world for so long, and look at all the crap that we got to deal with. So why not give a woman a chance? Let me just say that. And then I got something else here when it comes to men. I just warning people, okay? Don't come at me in the comments. Just letting you know. There's a story that a lady told on TikTok today.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Well, not a story. And it coincides with me because people say, why they be looking for the good girls? Where did all the good girls go? Where did all the good women go? Where did all the submissive, kind women go? This and that and blah, 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 blah.
What?
Well, there's a reason for that. Because the good women are staying at home and sticking to themselves. Now, people will ask you, why aren't you in allegiance with, your counterpart? And for me, this story that this lady said, it was about Henry Brown. Henry Brown was a slave, and he was freed from slavery and had the opportunity to also free his wife and his daughter, who were also slaves. But instead, what he did, even though he had the money to do so, what he did was move to England. He went to England, married a white woman.
Wow.
Had a biracial child.
Wow.
And then moved them to the U.S. So, time and time again, men have showed us who they are and where their values stand, and that they don't value us. They don't value us at all. They showed us who they are. So, I'm not saying that all men are like this, but you gotta be careful out here. A lot of men are selfish. You don't want a selfish man. So don't trust me. Don't get with the guy who says that he's a good guy, because that's already a red flag. Just by him thinking that he's a good guy or good enough to be with you, don't. Because women go miles for the person they're with, and men just do not do the same thing.
That's true.
They don't
That's
give
true.
you the same energy. So unless that person really giving you the same energy you giving them, hyping you up, making sure you're okay, putting you first and your family first and stuff like that, then maybe you could consider it. But honestly, be careful. But honestly, you gotta be careful out here, because men have showed us that their values are so narrow-sighted and they only care about themselves.
So the long and short of it is, what we are not trying to do, but what we are doing is just giving you some information the way how we see it, and this is our thoughts, and this is our information, and it is basically not telling you anything one way or another, except to just clean your house, cleanse your house, get your stuff out of the house. Get whatever is not supposed to be in your house, get it out, because this is the time not only to do that, but to also take care of your health.
Take care of yourself.
Exactly. Because there are a lot of things that we are getting now and that we are eating now that is not real food. And you got to ask the Heavenly Father for the discernment to be able to judge, because our bodies, that's what causes our bodies to break down. We start getting high blood pressure. We start getting all kinds of things. And I know there's some of us, because I can't do it anymore, because I don't have the property anymore. But there are a lot of us, and I'm sharing this with the people that cannot plant stuff because they have nowhere to plant it. You can't plant things because you have nowhere to plant it. You don't even, the apartments that you're in sometimes don't even have a little patio that you can put some pots outside or anything like that. So we have to make do however we can make do. So the point I want to make to you is, however you can do it, if you can buy these things dry and then just get the herbs in your body. As I said to y'all when I do in my kitchen stuff, salt and pepper is not seasoning food, because that is...
Salt and pepper is not seasoning food for us.
For us, but it seasons. But for us, we get a lot of herbs and thing in our system. But when I say us, I'm talking about certain cultures and stuff like that. We deal with a lot of herbs and a lot of seasonings and all of that. So get those things in your system, so that even if you are eating things, and cut out a lot of the fast foods. Cut out a lot of the fast foods.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are not good for you.
You're eating rats. Just think of it that way. You're eating rats.
Will you stop? Right? So cut out a lot of the fast foods, because those packaged stuff, and you could go, I know that they're convenient. Don't tell me that they're convenient, because I came home from work so tired today. I normally come home from work on mornings and I cook, but I was so tired today. But anyway, family, I want to thank y'all so much for joining us with this discussion, and I hope that it was an informative discussion, yeah, sometimes funny. And so if you like this video, you know what to do. Just give me a like, a share, and a subscribe. Once again, this is Tea Talk with Tati and Annie. And we will be back some other time if I could get her on camera so that we could discuss another topic. So you have an awesome week till I see you again. And I am going to be out of here. But before I'm out of here, you know what I always tell you? I always tell you to spread the love and let your light shine.
This little light of mine, don't cancel me.
Bye.
I'm gonna let it shine, don't cancel me.